Thank you very much for joining us today, the 31st of March 2023, on this very exposition, because deceivers cannot get us Biafra. Liars cannot get us Biafra. Hypocrites cannot get us Biafra. Biafra will only come in truth and honesty. Not even blackmail can get us Biafra. After this very program today, with the evidence that is going to be backed up on this very program that we are doing today, and some of you are still following Simon Epka, or some of you are still following the DOS, then something must be very, very wrong with your brain. There was a protest today, right? And we know that for decades, we've been protesting and the Nigerian government is killing us. Without even anybody telling you, you know that protesting in the street of Biafra land is forbidden. The moment that we are right now is not a time of protest, but a time of armed struggling. Because we have already crossed the time and the part of protesting. The people that lost their life today, may their soul rest in peace. But then, what we are here to do is to give you a little bit analysis. If you go to your Google and search the meaning of hypocrites, you are going to find exact what you are seeing on your screen. Hypocrites, one who assume a false appearance, one who thinks to be what he is not, or to feel or believe what he does not actually feel or believe, especially a false pretender to the virtue or pity. These are the things that Simon Epka and the DOS possess. I'm going to prove it to you, but today we are focusing on Simon Epka. How many of you knows that Simon Epka made a tweet castigating this very protest? How many of you? How many of you also aware that same Simon Epka planned a protest in Biafra land? It's a question. The same Simon Epka, because he have not come out to announce or to tell Biafrans that a protest is going to take place in Biafra land, because what he does, whenever there is a fundraising, whenever they plan to make a fundraising in order to fund the people or the ESN gallant men that have not noticed that what Simon Epka is doing is to fund his own militias men, his own dead man squad. So you have to come to social media in order to stage one or two things to get more sympathy from the Biafrans in order to support the Eastern Security Network by funding him. In other words, funding his militias men, his dead man squad. And if you are a volunteer in Biafra land, I want you to pay very good attention that what Simon is doing is to turn you against each and every one of you. Those that not believe in whatever command that he's giving you, against the will of the people, against this very struggle that we are doing against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, know it that you are missing a lot. Now look at the Twitter. Simon tweeted. He said, Those who recently organized innocent and naive Biafrans to protest in Biafra land will be held responsible for any death recorded. Those desperate criminals who have deceived Biafrans for over 13 years think that they will make a comeback with their criminality. We will hold them responsible for anyone killed, deceived innocent Biafran people to the street and can't protest them. You deceive innocent people in the street of Biafra land, and yet you cannot protect them. The format you have used for ages, we will dispatch our team to take record of those killed, and we will make sure you all pay for it. This is a Twitter. And what you are seeing here is exactly what Simon Epka is planning. I am going to prove it to you. I am going to, but because the DOS, they outsmart him to start their own protest. So they have hooked. The reason why we are saying this, the reason why I am saying this is because for you to open your eyes and see the truth. Because it is only truth, honesty, can be able to give us this very freedom that we're looking for. Not deceive. Not deceive. Not deceive. Another Twitter that he made. Let me show you another Twitter that he just made. In this very one here, you can see what it says. It said publication, public announcement. We wish to inform the Afrans. We wish to inform the Afrans and the public that Eastern Security Network did not partake in any protest today in Aba. The expelled criminals in IPOB went and recruited their secondary school boys in Aba and engaged their lives today. Many were killed. ESN has nothing to do with protests. The day ESN and the Afghan Liberation Army will march or protest, if that day everyone must come out. They will march with sophisticated arms for self-defense. The time to use the Afghan to do gambling is over. We in IPOB and the Afghan government in exile are engaging terrorists, Nigerian military, and diplomatically, we don't waste time in protest. Listen, we don't waste time in protest. He said, those protesting or organizing protests in Nigeria are those without vision. What I'm here to tell you today, everything that Simon tweeted here is exactly his own description. Is exactly his own description. I'm going to prove it to you. I am going to prove it to you. He said, those organizing protests are people that have no vision, people that do not want the Africa to come because of course, protest in the land of the Afra is forbidden. So it is a time for armed struggling, not protest. But the same Simon Epka prepared a protest. He prepared a protest. But they outsmarted him because the very protest that he's preparing, in order to use it to scam the Afrans for Eastern Security Network donation, in order to fund his own militias men. I want you to pay attention very well. I want you to pay attention very well because I know that very soon that he's going to come out to begin his useless exposition, not knowing that he is exposing himself. I told him last week that what he has is only 20% grace if at all it gets up to that 20%. And this very program that we are doing today has already make it pump and play that 20% have reduced up to 10%, even if he still have up to 10%. He said, we don't waste time in protest. Those protesting, organizing protests in Nigeria are those without vision. Simon has no vision. We hereby call on saboteurs in Aba to stop engaging the life of innocent Biafran for selfish interests. DOS criminals must understand that Biafran has left them. They can only deceive secondary school kids in Aba. We will not be distracted on Lagos. Sit at home. Now, before we go further, let me shock you, because I don't want to waste much time on this very program. Let me shock you, because whenever I'm doing my own exposition, I always come with a proof. I come with a proof in order to show you what we are talking about. I want you to listen very, very careful. Listen very, very careful on the voice of Simon Epka. Preparing for the same protest. Now, who is deceiving who? Who is deceiving who? Now, let us listen to this. Then tell me whose voice is this. I want you to share this very program so that those people donating for the Eastern Security Network in the hands of Master Simon Epka and Madam Azuka, they are doing this in order to support him to organize his own dead man squad. Simon is not fighting for Biafra to be restored. Simon is deceiving a lot of people. I speak the truth. I am not here to patronize words or to make you happy, but to speak the truth. Listen.
And then also, we are preparing for demonstration.
Did you hear that? Or maybe again, like I always say, that maybe some of you are deaf. Pay attention. That they are preparing for a demonstration. They are preparing for a demonstration.
This demonstration now, that we do demonstration, I never been before with lion squad and all that.
This very demonstration is going to be like the one that we've been doing, just like Lion Squad, the Eastern Security Network. Before, I want you to pay attention. I am not here to deceive anybody. I am not here to deceive anybody. Listen.
Because this is the time to demonstrate. I will use the opportunity to this political tension, you know.
Let us use the opportunity of political tension. Let us use the opportunity for political tension in order to march on the street of Biafra to demonstrate. Did Mazen Nnamdi Kanu not stop anything about protest? So when I tell you that Simon and the DOS, they are on the same path, some of you might not believe. Or when you listen to various analysis and program exposing these criminals and the DOS, and also criminal Simon Epka and co. Some of you might be thinking that we are attacking you. We are not attacking, but we are speaking the truth. We are exposing the things that you don't know. That is why I said, whenever I come out to make a program or to make exposition, whenever I come out to make exposition, I bring out facts. Because I'm not going to come back again to make this very program again. You understand what I'm saying now? I am not going to come back again to make this very program or this very exposition again. I cannot do that. The same man that is castigating the GOS, that they organized a protest, our people were killed. It is a very wrong move, because this time is not a time for protest, but Simon Ekpa also prepared for a protest. But the DOS outsmarted him. And when we told you that some of those people, some of those gallant men that we are supposed to investigate and know the people that were on the right path, but Simon was not interested. He was not interested. He was not interested. All he wanted is to hijack, instead of to help Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to build up his legacy. Instead of helping Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to actualize his dream, because he was the only man standing, the people that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu mentioned his name, mentioned their names. But instead of doing the exact what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu asked him or asked us to do, he turned around and wanted to hijack. Are you now telling me that this person, this man called Simon Ekpa, and the people that are working close with him, are you telling me that they want Biafra to come? Are you telling me that they want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to come out alive? Are you telling me that the fight that they are fighting for Biafra to be restored, that they are fighting in truth and honesty? The same man castigating DOS, that they staged the protest, which at this very critical time, protest is not welcome. Protest is not welcome. Some of you zombies, when I made this very post, because there was a post that I made before coming to this very program, that I'm going to make an exposition against Simon Ekpa, coming soon on this article on Twitter handle at Simon Ekpa. There are so many comments. I believe that some of you, or majority, or all of you that commented nonsense here, are watching this very program and listening to his voice. I am going to play the voice. Go back to your comment. Some of you, is only one comment. Is only one person that I saw his or her reasonable comment, and I liked it. I liked that very comment. The person goes by the name Innocent Chinyere. Innocent Chinyere. He said, Nnamdi Kanu has stopped the Afrans protesting on the street to avoid killings. Why play with innocent Biafran lives? This is the only person that made a comment, and I give it a like. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has stopped the Biafran protesting on the street of Biafra to avoid killings. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and this very comment that Innocent Chinyere made, God's highest like and love. Who is deceiving who? That is a question. Simon is preparing a protest. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stopped Biafran to protest in the street of Biafra to avoid killing. But Simon is preparing for a protest, because with the information that I have, this very protest was not organized by Simon Ekpa. Because the kind of clothes, the clothes that they prepared to wear was black and red. And they were supposed, or they have already imported these very clothes, or they have already buy these very clothes. Black and red. that everybody is going to wear in all the streets of Biafra. All the streets of Biafra. This is exactly what he's castigating. The same thing that when we say that what Simon is doing right now, and Madam Azuka, and those surrounding him, what is the difference between him and the DOS? I know that he's watching. I know that he's watching. Tell me the difference between him and the DOS. The same man that came on his social media platform exposed Butuzo, the one that he played his voice on the other day, used his voice in order to castigate Papa Ejima. He exposed him because China Sanworu uses him to kill a lot of Biafrans. So, are you now telling me that if Simon Ekpa can make Butuzo a general commander of his malicious men, which of course, a lot of them have not realized exactly what he's doing or the kind of game that he's playing, are you now telling me that he's not working with Sapele? Is Sapele not loyal to DOS? So when I tell you that Sapele is working with DOS to eliminate innocent Biafrans, to eliminate innocent volunteers, Sam Simon is working with Butuzo, and Butuzo is working with Sapele. Sapele is working with DOS. Are they not on the same circle? Open your eyes. Open your eyes. Let's continue. Let us continue. Let us continue. Let us continue.
Come out of the street.
Yeah. Okay.
I will use the opportunity here, this political tension, come out of the street.
Yeah. Okay.
So we are going to plan it very well, and then make sure that now only uniform, wear enough uniform, enough flag, and the uniform that both red and black.
Did you hear that? Let them use the opportunity of this very political tension in the damnable zoological republic of Nigeria for Biafra to come out of the street. Whom is he planning this with? Guess who? The same person that he made his general commander of his militias men, but they have not realized it yet. This is the person that he's discussing this with. They are going to have enough uniform, and the uniform is going to be black and red. The uniform is going to be black and red to march on the street of Biafra. So, let us assume that they did not have this power tussle with the DOS. DOS did not outsmart him. And then he planned this very protest, and this very protest take place. Are you telling me that Biafrans are not going to be killed by the Nigerian government? Because the moment that we are, it's not a time to protest. Some of you fools, some of you zombie, some of you that cannot be able to reason. You think I come out here to joke? I put that on my The only thing that brought me out in social media is Biafra. If you don't know it today, the only thing that made me to be on social media is this very movement. That is the only thing that brought me out in this social media. Are you telling me that assume that he succeeded, that the DOS picked no interest? They picked no interest, or maybe it didn't occur to them to outsmart him, and he succeeded bringing innocent Biafrans in the street of Biafra. to be killed. In order to use, he does not care about Biafran restoration. Simon and Nko, they do not care about Biafran restoration. They do not care about the legacy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They do not care for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be released. What they care about is to use the life of Biafran, to use it to gamble. To use it to gamble. You understand what I'm saying now? To use it to gamble. That is exactly what they are after. To use the Biafran lives, the innocent Biafran lives, to gamble. Pay attention. Pay attention.
Okay. I am the brand of Mogul, so well, I said the pastors again. I am by Ofuma, Bajana.
Yes.
I hear all the corner guy and guy who guy be the Moyana. I don't know, Papa. So you need a hundred of I will be the car. And my guy is
You know what I mean? All those materials for this very protest, they want to make it a way bill to bring it because they want to use it as a show. Simon wants to use it as a show. Is a fundraiser, coming up. Fundraiser is coming up, but I'm telling you that those of you that have gotten this message and you are a strong donor, you are, because what he's interested, the people that can, the people that can donate 1,000, 2,000, he doesn't care about $100, which of course, those $100 is exactly what is going collectively. We're not interested in Nigerian government monies. We are not interested in politicians. Those donors, those 100, that is exactly collectively, but you have to do it with truth and honesty, accountability. Show the Afrans. You show the Afrans, of course, it's medicine after death. They cannot do that. Because if they come out to begin to present, to show you, and they tell you that this is what we have acquired this very month of donation, then the Afrans are going to ask him, we want to see the previous one. We want to see the previous one. Because I remember the very 1,000 men and women Telegram group that was created. It was created on the 22nd of May 2022. After that, the first fundraising was organized. So Biafrans are going to ask him, now we want to see also what we have acquired since 22nd of May 2022. We want to see also. I want you to pay very good attention. Listen, or somebody will tell me that this voice is not his voice.
I can provide all those uniforms.
We are going to provide all those uniforms.
Polo black trouser now.
Polo and black trouser.
So we are going to provide all the uniforms and all the flag I use.
We are going to provide all the uniform and all the flag that we are going to use for the protest. And these very protests were supposed to take this very week. Maybe you got information that the DOS are preparing same protests. And then he said, let me wait for them and use my Twitter handle to finish them. That is why he goes about tweeting it. So let us see what is coming out in order to expose. The same man that is prepared for a protest. But his accomplice in the DOS outsmarted him. They outsmarted him, right? And now he's angry. Now. The thing now Biafran life say Mazi Nnamdi Kanu council protest in Biafra land, according to Innocent Chinyere. Go to the very post that I made concerning this very program, my platform. You are going to see a comment made by innocent Chinyere say Nnamdi Kanu have stopped Biafrans protesting on the street to avoid killings. Why play with innocent Biafran lives? Why playing with innocent Biafran lives? This very question goes to Simon Ekpa and the US. Let's continue.
So, apụta na street ka mmadụ dị ka anwụ.
Apụta na street ka mmadụ dị ka anwụ. Apụta na street. Let every street of Biafra feel like a honey. Let every street in Biafra land feel like honey. Come. Instead of him using this money to give the other people that he has abandoned, he now decided to use it in order to state manage a protest to get more money to fund humiliation. And more information, more exposition is coming up against Simon Ekpa. And this very exposition against Simon Ekpa, the killings of the people of Nkalo in Isielu local government of Ebonyi State by some of the ESM members whom are loyal to Simon Ekpa, killing the people of Nkalo in Isielu local government area of Ebonyi State. This very exposition is coming up. An exposition against Simon on the ongoing killing of the people of Nkalo in Isielu local government area of Ebonyi State by some members of the Eastern Security Network loyal to Master Simon Ekpa, the people that he'd been able to bribe using his lapdog. The one that comes from the same village with him. These gallant men that he succeeded in bribing, manipulated them, they are now killing the people in this very local government as I'm speaking. And they boldly told the community that they demand billions of naira if they want to have peace in that very village. And Simon is supporting it. He's very much aware what I'm talking about. He's watching. The difference between myself and him is that it doesn't matter how many people that are watching. It does not matter how many people that are watching. I am going to preach this very gospel. Because I am not here for a recognition. What I'm here to preach the gospel for Biafra to be restored. That is why I said, if Mazen Nnamdi Kanu can only use 2 laptops and few smartphones to decimate Nigerian government that use billions of dollars to bribe all the social media platforms in the whole world, not to propagate any negative things against Nigerian government, but yet Mazen Nnamdi Kanu been able to do what? To decimate Nigerian government. So also, I am also going to use truth to decimate Simon Ekpa. And when I made this very proclamation, I said, if he has 80% grace at that time, now that grace have reduced to 20%, if at all. And let him focus. If he will take the advice, let him focus fighting the Nigerian government. Are you telling me that this person right now, he's going to repent? Of course not. Because what you have seen or what you have listened is exactly what the DOS did. But they checkmated him. They checkmated him. Let's listen.
Just like we have done it in the past.
Network is
Pass out the message to him that we are going to provide those things.
Okay,
and then Chico, you can make it.
Let's listen to it again without interruption.
And then also, we are preparing for demonstration. This demonstration now, this demonstration, I never been before with lion squad and all that, because this is the time to demonstrate. I will use the opportunity here, this political tension, come out of the street.
Yeah. Okay.
So we are going to plan it very well, and then make sure that now only uniform, wear enough uniform, enough flag, and the uniform that both red and black.
Okay. We are
yes. I can provide all those uniforms. All Polona black trouser now. So we are going to provide all the uniforms and all the flag I use. I saw Aputa na street Kamado de Kamu. Just like we have done it in the past.
Network is
Pass out the message to him that we are going to provide those things.
Okay,
and then Chico, you can make it.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Do me a favor and share this very program. Share it to the people that don't want to listen. Share it to any group. Take the bold step. Share it to any group, including those zombies, those follow. Even if that is the only thing that you can be able to do, because once you do it, they are going to remove you. Millions of them, thousands of them are afraid of Mazod in Kemankandelon watching again. Because of the grace, because of the truth and honesty. I stand on the truth. I stand on the truth. I stand on the truth. Millions, thousands of them are afraid of Mazod in Kemankandelon watching again. Hana tumeu. Hana tumeu. Unless Biafra bia. Unless Biafra bia. Obul that na mualo mwemu potalo jili because of this very freedom. Webtan na social media. Na more up social media but na Biafra bia. If at all. Because we must continue. We must continue, according to Mazen Nam, they can also say that now once the Afra Bill, those of you that want to go and enjoy the democracy can go ahead. And those who want to follow him to march because he wants to make sure that Nigeria is removed from the world map. You understand what I'm saying now? This is what of Mazen Nam can. When Biafra comes, that those who wants to go and enjoy democracy can go ahead. Those who wants to follow him to march to make sure that Nigeria is being removed from the map of the world are going to come with him. If you want to listen to it again, or should I play it again? Should I play it again, or should we continue Should I play it again or should we continue? Now, to prove to you also that Simon Epka is very, very angry, because DOS outsmarted him. I believe that most of you have already seen the video that I'm about to show you when the Afghans are marching on the street. I believe that most of you have already seen it, but the uniform here, they prepared a uniform just like that one of Fendi that Onyezuma's Nnamdi Kanu wear when he was arrested. So this very protest, it was not organized by Simon Epka and co. It was organized by the DOS. It was, and those people that he's referring as a secondary school, this is a symbol or a cover-up from the DOS. Because I made an exposition some time ago. The exposition that I made it to understand that their new profile of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has a background, green. You know what I'm saying now? So what they have to do right now on this very protest to show to the world that this very white and white with a symbol of the logo of that Fendi cloth that Onyendu wear when he was arrested. I mean, when he was kidnapped, not arrested, when he was kidnapped to present to the Afghans. That those who are saying that we are for one Nigeria, that we are not, but it's a symbol. This is exactly what the DOS displayed here. But they cannot fool us. They cannot fool us. Although Simon Epka was right in a way that they want to make a turn back. But you cannot use lie, deceive. You cannot con people. There is no way. It was whiter than white and whiter than snow to protect that legacy of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and for Biafra to be restored. So let us see it so that you can be able to see to yourself that this very protest was not of that Simon Epka, but the DOS.
People are killing and shooting peaceful IPOB members are protesting for the death of their leader. Shooting and killing IPOB members who are protesting. People are killing and shooting peaceful IPOB members are protesting for the death of their leader. Shooting and killing IPOB members who are protesting. People are killing and shooting peaceful IPOB members are protesting for the death of their leader.
But Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said that we should not protest. Is that not so? Only the Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said that we should not protest. Simon he planned a protest. So if he's coming now to tweet to tell the Afghans or to castigate the DOS on the same crime that he himself is about to be committed. And with this exposition has already made it that they have already planned it. You understand what I'm saying now? And with this very exposition, those money that they used to acquire those uniforms were supposed to be money that meant for the people that they abandoned, but instead of them to give those people that believe in Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, they rather use it to scam the Afghans so that they will get more fund for his militia name. So that money spent on that material is gone. Even if they take it back where they bought it, because there's nothing like importation. They will go to a bank and print everything. But you can hear this very voice no way he say they are going to import. Import what? That is another scam. Do you want me to play it so you can hear where he said that they are going to import? There is nothing like importation. They are going to spend those money in Aba. Buy those clothes, those uniforms in Aba. Those flags in Aba. That is essential. But this very money is money It's money that are meant for the people that he abandoned, but because those people believe in the ideology of Mazen Namdekano, just as like I believe, just like millions, thousands of Africans, because a lot of people's eyes have opened. And then money may go. Do you want to hear where he said that they are going to import? Do you want me to play it so that you can be able to hear where he said that they are going to import? Import what? That is another scam. That is another import what? Guinea can I import? That one is another scam. It just came right now. You know what I'm saying now? This one just came right now. There is nothing like importation. That is another scam. The way that he uses in order to scam our people. So stop giving him money. Let his political agent, Nkoso Arabese and co, let them fund him. By the time Biafrans' eyes will open, and the Nigerian government will see that Simon is not giving them the service that they required, they are going to abandon, they are not going to fund him again. And this very message, once he gets to a gallant man, to another gallant man, they are going to, then you show them this. I am going to also read the tweet that Simon Epka tweeted, castigating this very protest again. So I will read it again so that they will hear it. Simon preparing the protest, castigating the Eastern Security Network. I mean, castigating the GOS for this very protest. Is he not castigating himself? Telling the Afran, telling the Galam that they are going to import. Import what? You can import. Can you import? If I get a baby in the also I get importation. You can importation even one. It's a scam. Listen to it. Let's not take a look again. I get quiet of man. When you are going to hear importation.
And then also, Monty, we are preparing for demonstration. This demonstration now, we do demonstration. I never been before with Lion Squad and all that, because this is the time to demonstrate. I will use the opportunity here, this political tension, come out of the street.
Yeah. Okay.
So we are going to plan it very well, and then make sure that now only uniform, wear enough uniform, enough flag, and the uniform that both red and black.
Okay. We are the pastors. I am Ofuma, Banyana.
Yes.
I
can provide all those uniforms. All Polona black trouser now. So we are going to provide all the uniforms and all the flag. I saw Aputa na street Kamado de Kamu. Just like we have done it in the past.
Network
Pass out the message to him that we are going to provide those things.
Okay,
and then Chico, you can make it.
I hope you heard that. I hope you heard when he said that they are going to import. Import what? Can I import? Kedifana import. Kedifana import. Kedifana import. Let us take you again. Let us take you again for the post that he made, so that our people can be able to understand exactly what we are doing here. That our people can be able to understand exactly what we are doing here. Now, it says, those who secretly organize innocent and naive Biafrans to protest in Biafra land will be held responsible for any death recorded. Was it not for Simon Ekpa? Is he not castigating himself? Those desperate, who is desperate? Simon Ekpa is desperate. He is desperate to deceive the Afrans. He is desperate to deceive the Afrans. But according to what he read here, he is castigating the US. At the same time, castigating himself. But with this very exposition, you have seen it clear. You have seen it clear. You have seen it clear. The desperate criminals who have deceived the Afrans for 13 years think they will make a comeback with their criminalities. We will hold them responsible for anyone killed. We deceive innocent people to the streets and can't protect them. The format you have used for ages. We will dispatch our team to take records of those killed, and we will make sure that you all pay for it. What is the difference? What is the difference? That is a question. What is the difference? What is the difference? Like I said, an exposition is coming again against Simon Ekpa on the ongoing killing of the people of Nkalo, Inisielu, local government of Ebonyi State, by some of the Eastern Security members, ones that Simon Ekpa is using, have bribed, manipulated to kill our people, using the Eastern Security Network Fund as a weapon against them. I still remember a bona fide active member of IPOB and also an active financial member as well, serving the indigenous people of the Afra through media, evangelists, and also in music. The second disciple of Onyendumazi Nnamdi Kanu. And like I said, by the time Simon Ekpa faded away, I am not interested in the first disciple. Anybody can take that very disciple, if at all, because I don't even think that by the time Simon Ekpa faded away, by the time he fades away, because he's going there with speed, as he wants to speedily hijack, take control, be in command, so also his fade away is going to be speedily be actualized by himself. So I don't think that anybody is going to be interested answering the disciple without a title. Something must be added. Third disciple. Because once you talk about the disciple of Mazi Nnamdi, you're going to remember him. So I say, Michiko, can I bless each and every one of you. For those of you that have gotten this very message, because I know with this message, a lot of people's eyes has opened. A lot of you will be saying, why would Simon Ekpa made a tweet against the DOS? But the same Simon planned a protest, but only because that the DOS checkmated him and he's not angry. Why is he telling the Afrans lies? A lot of people are going to begin to see reasons. And I endeavor you to go back to the pages of so many Biafrans, more especially mine, to see the recent exposition that I made. You are going to also see the exposition which I made, say that imminent war is looming between the Eastern Security Network caused by Simon Ekpa. And also, I also made a post and say some people don't know when they are being used or about to be used for evildoers. Simon Ekpa uses Ralph Chiamaka Ajere for media dirty job, just like displaying Papa Ejima's in Argentina pictures and address on social media. Simon Ekpa is in a way punishing Ralph Ajere for exposing and castigating him for a while on social media, but yet came back and began to lick his boot. Now Simon Ekpa figured out how to manipulate and implicate Ralph Chiamaka Ajere to 100% on his side. Neither good or bad, that Ralph Ajere is going to be on his side. using Ralph Chiamaka Ajere to do this very dirty job on social media, because Simon knows that anyone in the media fighting for Biafra restoration that begin to display the names and Biafran faces and address on social media, that very sin is very hard to be forgiven. For example, in the case of China Samoro and the ESN, names and location being spread all across social media. In this case, Simon, Epka, and Ralph Chiamaka Ajere are already on the path of that of China Samoro of the DOS. In summary, it is now a big challenge for those their name being mentioned either by Simon Epka, Ralph Chiamaka Ajere, and China Samoro not to change and betray the struggle, because this is a challenge for them to remain consistent and determined on the struggle. And I made a quote from Prince, as in he said that a complex combination of tsunami like factors beyond human comprehension and human control will bring about Biafra. End of quote. Meaning that whatever that is going on right now, be it good and bad, everything is working for the good of the Biafra restoration. Shalom.